Welcome, Agile friends. My name is Pete Oliver Kruger.
And my name is Michael Dougherty. We have a full week of keynotes and sessions planned for you at the 2024 Product Owner Summit. And you can check those out at productownersummit.org. We are your hosts and the track chairs for the cross-functional track, where we have some great talks like Niels Hioma is teaching us about his backlog refinement card game. Very, very cool card playing going on there. It's going to be a real demo. And we're also having from Mr. Craig Smith, building great product roadmaps, the missing link.
But right now, we're going to be hosting this session with our most excellent speaker, Nicole Derr. Now, Nicole is going to provide her advice on how to lead with moral authority, doing the right thing with your team and with your product, even in the face of corporate pressure to do the opposite. Nicole recognizes that today's corporate environment challenges our moral authority. And welcome, Nicole.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Nicole, you are relatively new to me, but just found out recently you've been doing Agile coaching for 15 years. And I'm already getting the idea that you definitely have the heart and mind of a true Agile coach. So can you just briefly tell us about yourself, what you do, and how you came to get into this work?
Sure. So, yeah, like you said, I have been doing Agile coaching for close to 15 years. Started with teams, then I kind of have done a little bit of everything from products to non-software development teams to enterprise, leadership coaching. I've kind of done it all. And lately, I have been focusing on this concept of moral authority because I think it's kind of an important issue these days.
So can you define for us moral authority? I mean, it sounds like this really profound kind of thing. So what would be your definition of moral authority?
Yeah, so to me, moral authority is sort of, if we just wanted to really make it very basic, it's like doing the right thing, right? It's having integrity. So if you read about it, you'll see a whole bunch of things about being a person of character and being good at communication and collaborating and thinking in a systems way, but it kind of all comes down to doing the right thing in the moment.
All right, so doing the right thing, I think we all can get behind that, and that can be subjective at times and difficult. So we're dealing with Agile here, and we got product owners, and so moral authority, how is that important, and why is that, more importantly, why is that important for products, teams, and organizations?
Yeah, so I don't know about you all, but I have sort of been noticing this pattern in the workplace these days where we seem to be moving in this direction that's more reactionary, right? Short-term gains. People are under a lot of pressure. We see we have examples of things like the return to office, which there's actually studies that show that didn't actually reduce any increase in productivity, right? Or like revenue, right? Like things like productivity is at an all-time high. Did you know that productivity has increased 400% since 1940? But did you also know that our salaries have increased something like 100%? So why are these things happening, right? There's something going on, right? And I think that what we can do to have an impact here is to use our moral authority in our roles as product owners, as scrum masters, as what our team members, whatever our roles are, to sort of help organizations turn that direction in a more positive direction. That'd be more positive, not just for ourselves and our teams and our organizations, but also for our communities and maybe even our society as a whole. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
What do you think? How do you think we got here? If you get some background, how do we get to this place? If we understand maybe a little bit more about what led us here, I wonder if that's going to give us a little bit more insights about what to look out for. What are the pitfalls? What are the sort of the settings that get us here in the first place?
Yeah, so I actually think this is a sort of there is a pattern with this too, right? So I think we saw this in the 1980s as well. So if you think about back to the 80s when there was this focus on sort of cutting costs, right? At almost we did it just whatever we had to do to cut costs, right? And that also led to a lot of layoffs and such, like what we're dealing with these days, right? So I think this is sort of a pattern that happens over time.